84. My weight is 21 kilo and a half, and inside my whole body I have a 12 liter of water.
Körper is a piece about our human condition and in various aspects in terms of history, medicine, our organic existence. It was premiered in 2000 as the opening performance of the Schaubühne am Linearplatz, where I was then the former artistic director together with Jens Hilje and Thomas Ostermeier and Jochen Sandig. Well, when I started working on it, I really wanted to have a very plain look on the body, comparable to when we go to a doctor and we get an examination, we take off our clothes and we don't question that. And like this also I approached this research. Who are we and what are the possibilities also of our body? And the dancers, they went with me because it was a very natural process. I never forced anything. And I really decided this is going to be important also for the viewpoint, how I want the public to look at the piece. It should communicate exactly that, is the viewpoint of a doctor to an object or to, but not in a dehuman way, but in a very, just a very distant way. And it's not a sexual viewpoint. It's not regarding it with desire or, you know, any other aspect that could be, where the body could be misused. It's a very sober view. This group stayed together for many years and they are still performing that piece. So they deeply identify with that piece. I think this piece is more than just a piece. It's also their history, and so that's why they very much commit also to it, I think. Well, this was important for me to be here and share also the creative process and to guide the dancers also through the creative process, asking questions like I did 15 years ago, and to see with what do they come up now, and to make them think, get a connection with their own creativity, so they understand when they are learning the piece and the material and the dances and the steps, that they understand where it comes from and they can connect it with their own creative force. So at least to feel that. And it was very beautiful rehearsals and very inspiring rehearsals for me also, to see these new interpretations of the dancers and how also inspired they were. Yeah, it was great. Well, I have this whole topic that is called body systems, where I try to create qualities that are dealing with our bone structure, our nervous system, or our liquid, so meaning blood and water, or skin as the biggest organ. We researched in that, and we observed, or I found out that certain dancers, they belong almost to certain categories or like families. Like some people feel much more at home in the liquid, where everything is very fluid and soft. And some feel very good where there's a, we call it resistance, when there's bone that is speaking that quality. And some people, we couldn't at all enter into this part where we are dealing with our skin, and some very much enjoyed it, you know. So there's, I call it different families, and I needed also to find that within the new group, who does which part. That they feel themselves as they watch the piece. That there's really an echo in their own body and in their awareness of how they perceive their own body, but also the space, the sound, the light, so that they get sensitized, and that their own process of imagination gets fed by these images. I try to really dig into really universal questions that we, at any time, have been thinking about. It's not questions of fashion. It's really questions that have to do with our human existence. And still, after 15 years, I don't see the time that has passed, because the questions are still the same. It asks questions that we have already been asking 100 years ago.